Okay, I'm gonna do a review, but first things first. My 100 videos coming up soon, really soon, and don't know what to do for it. I want to do something kind of special, so I guess I'm just asking for give me something to talk about or give me any idea for a review. I did a video where I show you my collection. You can go, it has a link on Comic Book DB. It shows you my entire trade collection, and you can choose something from there. I mean, I can't think anything. Give me an idea for a topic, do for an opinion video, do something. Please help me out. That's all I'm asking. But forget that. Let's get on to the review. I'm going to review Volume 2 of Knowhere. I've told you about the series kind of before. I've reviewed the first volume. This collects issues 8 through 12 and the annual and annual number 1 of Nova. And there's a certain order which I'll put in the covers. This takes place from when the first volume left off. Nova has the technovirus. He's flying around with the world mind in his head. He's the only Nova left, kind of like a Green Lantern-esque story. Finds himself in a place called Knowhere. Knowhere, from what I've read and what I can gather, is basically a kind of a makeshift. It acts as a makeshift port of call and a Zuri center of the end of the universe for galactic travelers, all species, from all times, according to what I'm reading. Here, Nova meets Cosmo, who's a telepathic. He's a Soviet-Russian dog. He's telepathic. It's very interesting stuff. He finds other people on Knowhere, and it just kind of goes into Knowhere right now is used as the base of operations for the Guardians of the Galaxy currently. And, you know, Nova gets into a bunch of fights with people. He eventually finds Gamora, one of the most, she's the universe's most dangerous woman, basically, with Drax the Destroyer. And, you know, they have to, and Gamora also has the technovirus. You see them fight the other people who are located in Knowhere. It's a struggle. They're trying hard to fight the virus, and it goes on, and that's actually the one story in here. There's a few other stories I forgot to mention. The next story, which is the annual, is a kind of an annual, but it has parts that take place in a future where Richard Rider wakes up. He is the Nova Prime. He is the commander of the now reformed Nova Corps, and he kind of really can't remember, but he's flashing back to his first days as Nova. You see him with his powers. It's very nice. Kind of gives you for those of you who've never seen Nova before, it gives you a really good idea of what it's like. The future, you see how the technovirus has basically enslaved all the Marvel heroes and caused the end of the world. And it's just interesting. And the way it ends is it basically kind of turns out to be, I believe it turns out to be an illusion. The virus basically overwhelms him and puts him in a coma. I'm going to reveal that there. And then he finds himself, there's one more story where Nova and Gamora find themselves with the Warlock for the New Mutants, and this is where the technovirus is basically removed. Sorry for the spoiler. Now, I've kind of talked enough about the story. Let's go to the creators. Same writers, Dan Abnett, Andy Lanning. They're in full form here. The series still good. Artist, I'm gonna read the book here. They have a lot of artists. The series never keeps its artists. Some of the issues are done by Wellington Elvez. Some of the issues are done by Paul Pelletier, and there were a few other artists. Mahmoud A. Azar, some guy. I'm not kidding. This is his name. Kelbs. Klebs. That's how you spell it. And it's pretty cool. This series, I think, should be selling more. It does, as far as I know, it does well in sales. It's one of my favorite series at Marvel right now. I think in a video for my top 10 runs I used that basis in my top 10 runs of the decade, and in my top 10 comics of the year, I put that in with all the other cosmic stuff Marvel's been putting out. Well, the art is nice. The story is very, 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 very stellar. Though I don't like it when a trade has different stories in it. It's a love-hate relationship with me because I don't like it because it kind of makes it feel inconsistent. The artists, though they're done by different artists, they don't seem inconsistent. They seem to have some of a similar art style, even with the artists from the previous volume. What's his name? I can't remember the artist. It's very consistent. The story's great. 9 out of 10, I guess. Yeah, 9 out of 10. I liked it. I really think this series deserves more praise than any of the stuff that gets actual praise at Marvel. So that's all I gotta say, guys. Later.